How is it that somebody my same age has like 100 times more wrinkles? If you're wondering the trick to that, if you're wondering how to not have as many wrinkles, and no, this is not with injections, this is not anything that you cannot do at home. I'm gonna show you guys tricks, sincere, true trick. This is the biggest trick, okay? And we don't wanna strip away those oils on how to keep your skin looking the most youthful without having like embedded lines. And I'm gonna show you guys how I get compression wrinkles. Compression from sleeping for 8 hours with your skin crushed and folded that, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, that is the most deepest wrinkle, and how to get rid of it. How to make your skin look youthful. How you can look younger than you are by doing just like these simple steps at home. Honestly, it's not that hard. So let's go ahead and just roll on over to that video and show you. This is me at nighttime showering, what I do, looking like bleh, waking up, showing you how I wash my face, showing you the products that I use, then getting ready on camera and showing you what products I use actually while I'm getting ready and after I'm ready. So this is the full rundown of exactly what it takes to have youthful looking skin. I am 45 years old. I am not a spring chicken, and this stuff saves my skin. You can see, look how my eye shakes. Okay, so let's really get into it. I'm gonna wash my hair really quick, and I'm gonna show you what to do and what not to do. This water, FYI, is the coolest I can take. It's not super cold, it's not lukewarm, it's a between, and we want that because we want our pores not to get too enlarged every time we shower, and we don't want to strip away those good oils that our skin possesses. So I'm gonna wash my hair, and there's a trick to doing that as well. Okay, as you can see, my hair is super lathered, right? And this is one of the tricks to do. Oh, FYI, if you don't want to actually lose your hair, please use your fingernails and scrape your scalp, because if you have way too many products on your scalp, you can actually lose your hair. You can suffocate that follicle, you can suffocate that root, suffocate your scalp, and your hair will fall out. Your hair does need to be clean. Your scalp, should I say, needs to be clean. So one of the tricks that I've done for many years, and Kylie Jenner actually confirmed it, is if you see how I'm rinsing off my hair, I'm rinsing off my hair and I'm looking up. The reason I'm looking up is because you don't want all this dirt and all this gunk and all these oils to come in front of your face and clog your pores even more. So we're gonna go ahead and rinse all of this off, looking up. Okay, so I turned off the water. I don't want to waste water for this video because normally I do all of this stuff in the shower and be like, boom, 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 get it out of the way. So if I wore makeup today, which I didn't wear makeup today, I was just went to the gym, running errands. I would normally, if I'm wearing makeup, do a heavy duty cleanser. This is a charcoal cleanser by Glam Glow. It's called Super Cleanse. It's a clearing cream to foam cleanser, right? It's supposed to take out impurities. This is a much heavier cleanser, but since I did not I did not put makeup on today, I'm going to use more of a gentle cleanser. So this is by Milk Makeup. This is a vegan milk cleanser. This is actually very lightweight, very lightweight. It's not too harsh on the skin. I'm just show you two others that I use. I use the QMS and the Evan 37 CBD infused skin cleaner, which this is very, very nice on my skin. It's very gentle. I'll post those down below, but let's go ahead and get to this part. So this is a gentle cleanser by Milk, right? So I put it on my PMD facial cleanser wand vibrator, right? And this is what I do. So you see my face is barely damp from I actually didn't wet it, it's barely damp, okay? When I say I didn't wet it, I didn't like run my face under the water because I don't want to strip away too many oils, okay? So I will rub it all over the face, distribute it evenly. And the reason that I love this is because the vibration on this PMD is intense. We want that. When we hit a certain age, we want the blood flow to come up to the top of the skin, to plump the skin, to make sure that those wrinkles are not so embedded. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it on. Can you hear that? Yeah. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work it like this, right? And then I'm gonna come here and go slowly around my eye area. And you can automatically see, look, when I go slowly around my eye area, if I wipe this off, look how red my skin turned. That means the blood flow is actually coming up to the top layer right there. Scrub, 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 because this is just like silicone bristles. Scrub everywhere else, but when I get to that eye area, we don't want to be aggressive in the eye area. So you can see I'm just going to go back and forth slowly, right? Bringing all that blood flow, getting all of those crow's feet to kind of diminish, especially right here. This is where I suffer. If you have compression wrinkles from the way you sleep, you will know it's a struggle. Okay, so since this thing vibrates so much, and by the way, if you have compression wrinkles, just sleep on your back, which is really hard for me to do. I'll take it up. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? Like, I have had this thing for a long time, probably like over a year, and I use it every single day, and it actually just broke live on camera because it's not supposed to do this. That's what that click was. It's not supposed to be like that. Thank God I have another one. I bought another one just in case. My point is, I'm going to just hold it here because it still vibrates. Take it on the side of the neck right here. So we take it like this, actually the chin, and then go down below the ear. And what this will do is it will drain that lymphatic system that can make your face look bigger than what it is. It kind of helps all those liquids just kind of drain. So, and then I will go here on top of the eye. Everybody kind of forgets about the top of the eye. I don't know why. It's just be gentle around it. And the last thing would be this boob wrinkle. Try to bring some blood flow up there. It's not supposed to sound like that. Okay, let me rinse off my face. I'll be right back. Oh, and before I forget, the water that I just turned on, I'm trying to make it the coldest that I can possibly take. So I'm gonna go ahead and just rinse off in cool water. Okay, so I don't rub my eyes. I have a towel hanging always, right? And what I will do is I will just pat it in like this, pat it in. Pat dry, not pat it in. Pat in the towel like that. Because you don't really want to be too abrasive. Yes, sometimes we do this, but when we do that, what it does is it creates like little tears and wrinkles. So we just kind of want to pat that and finish showering. Rinse your hair off backwards, and then I'll show you the next step. I absolutely love, love, love these sponges that have soap already in them. They're amazing. I forgot the company that makes it. This is for a man. If you want your husband to smell good, just buy him one of these. The soap is already embedded in it. And let me just tell you, the fragrance is amazing. He will go to bed next to you, clean and showered and smelling so delicious. Oh, and I know this is completely off subject, but if you want your teeth to look whiter, don't put water on your toothpaste. Just put the toothpaste and then scrub it in there because it's more abrasive. It gets more stains off your teeth. Just a tip. Okay, so body's washed, hair's washed, and rinsed. This is the biggest trick, okay? So you are not supposed to open your shower curtain. You are not supposed to open you're supposed to keep the steam in here as long as you can, right? And you see how I'm not rubbing my eyes, I'm trying to patting them. So what you want to do is you want to dry just the upper part of your body. Okay, so don't open your shower curtain, right? We're trying to stay within the steam, right? Because we want these pores to be open. So this here is probably one of the most gentle cleansers I've ever tried. You guys can see it. It's witch hazel. It has coconut water. Probably one of the most gentle. Now, when I want to go more extreme and I want to get rid of some of this discoloration that I have, I will go with like Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner. And I used to not use toner, honestly, but it kind of helps balance your skin and it really cleanses it when you're, especially if you're a nighttime shower, like I shower like I am. It really cleanses all those dirt and impurities away. Here's a glycolic exfoliating toner by Good Molecules. Here's one by Trulia. This is a probiotic skincare. This is a pro glycolic 10% resurfacing gel. This one's the big dog for me. This one really super cleans. But if you're looking for a more gentle cleanser, because personally I like to do a more gentle cleanser, I would recommend this, or even Dr. Brandt. This is the antioxidant spray toner. And you know what? I'll use a spray toner just so you guys can see. It's kind of a little bit easier to use instead of dripping it all over your cotton pad. That's all I do. And I get my cotton pad and I kind of wipe it in there. It does feel like mostly water. First ingredient is water. Then you have glycerin, you have glycolic, you have rose extract. This is a very, very gentle on the skin. It has the probiotics as well. So I will dry this up, and then I will take the down to my neck. And you can see it's just a little bit of dirt that came off my skin, but you think your skin is completely clean. Okay, so that was the first step. Second step is to get a serum, because the serum has a smaller molecule. This is Kate Somerville. This is the active concentrates, vitamin B, vitamin 3. This is a brightening and evening serum. So I always shake up my serums. I know this is going to seem like a long routine, but trust me, like the more often you do this, the more your skin's going to love you. You're not going to look as aged. You're going to have better looking skin. And I will take this and I will just work it into my fingers, making sure that all of the ingredients are emulsified together, even though it's just a serum. And I take that amount every time. So you see how I'm going in circles, working it on the eyes and the upper part. Then I will take it on the neck and the chest. Now this is an important part. You may not think so, but I believe in this. You kind of want to just slap it in a little bit. It might hurt. If it hurts too much, if you try that and it hurts too much to do this, to slap your skin, then your skin definitely needs some TLC, because this should not be extreme. I have tried this on people before and they're like, oh my gosh, that hurts too much, that hurts too much. But that just shows the lack of blood flow to the top layer of that skin. Take the excess, put it on the back of the hands. While that is soaking in, here's a serum, and I got this tip. This is probably one of the best tips I've ever heard, by Kourtney Kardashian. She said, if you get, this is a snow mushroom water serum. I think I'm allergic to it on my face because I break out. If you get a serum, heck, I paid for this. It's not like I want to give it away, even though I already tried it and used it. But what you will do is you will take whatever serum that you don't use because you just don't like it or whatever, right? And you're going to use it on the parts of your body, like your stomach or your arms or your fatty part, and put it there, right? Because that skin, I'm going to put it on my stomach, that skin's thicker, right? But it can help the skin. So if this is going to help me with discoloration, if this is going to help with my elasticity, why not use it on the other parts of your body? Okay, so I can feel my serum, it's already soaking in. So what I'm going to do is take an eye cream. I use QMS Intense Eye Cream, Day and Night Cream, or I use Rad Hydration Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture for Eyes, right? So we'll use the Murad, right? You can see it is a thick formula, and then we're just going to take this, and we're going to be quite generous with this. You can see that I do not, get a little close, focus camera, focus. You can see that I do not have a lot of wrinkles or crow's feet around my eyes because this is what I do. That looks like a lot. Yes, it does. But we're going to go ahead and work this in like this. And then I started getting wrinkles right here. So I work that in. But I don't want to work it into where it's too thin. I'm pushing this thick layer around, working it into the skin. It's gliding. It's still thick. And I'm going to leave it there. Now, don't forget the top of the eye. It is an eye cream, guys. Please don't forget the top of the eye because you can start getting this portion of the skin to have wrinkles depending on your eye shape, depending on your activities, the way you sleep. So you want to work it on the top as well. I'm letting all this settle and sit. Now I'm gonna go with my neck firming cream. This is by Dermalect. This is Professional Strength Self-Esteem Neck Firming Lift, right? And if you didn't notice, I put everything on the back of my hand. Why? Because the hand's gonna absorb it. Because the hand is gonna be looking nice and young, because this is like my mixing tray. So I will take it and then I will work it on that boob wrinkle. This is for your neck, right? Your décolleté or deco, whatever it is, your neck. And then we're gonna work it, and we're especially the turkey gobbler. Now, my trick is that I still have some on my hands. It's not meant for your face. So you see that skin? Yes, that skin. I'm gonna work it right there, because if I'm gonna firm anything, I want this to be nice and firm, but come on. A lot of you guys can relate. Now, we're gonna get a moisturizer for our skin. This is number 7 Early Defense Night Cream right here. Now, typically, if I'm using a niacinamide on my face for the serum, then I'm gonna use a moisturizer that also has a niacinamide. But unfortunately, I am out of moisturizers. I try not to mix too many different chemicals, too many different products on my face. I try to stay within the same family so that they don't have a reaction to each other. These are 2 of my other go-to night creams. This is a Murad City Skin Overnight Detox Moisturizer. Or if you want a very simple, it says simple, replenishing, rich moisturizer, kind to skin for sensitive skin, right? Like I use these 2. Now, what I want to do is I really want to work this lotion into the skin, because we have one more step. And I know you guys think, wow, Christina, this is a lot. But when you get used to it, you're like, boom, 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 boom. It's just taking me longer because I'm actually explaining it to you. But you see, you can already see like there's already a tug on my skin. And that means my skin has started to already absorb the maximum that it can of these products. If it wasn't absorbing, I would be completely slippery. But you can see there's already a tug. Meaning, since I'm in the shower, my pores are open, it is more likely, no, it actually is, absorbing more of the product than if I were out in the cold air, warm air, and in the air, outside the shower, outside the steam, where your pores close. It's less likely for it to absorb all of the products as it's doing right now. My skin, look at this, see? You can see it. So I normally go with the Tarte Maracuja oil on my skin or an argan oil. But I think my daughter took them out of my restroom. The Tarte Maracuja oil helps with acne tremendously. But I don't have that, so I'm going to go with this Emma Hardy Brilliant Facial Oil, right? This has like sweet almond, olive, a bunch of stuff in it. But why am I putting an oil? This is the last step. And you can see how much oil I actually take. Because we put from the smallest molecule to the largest molecule. Here is the oil. Now, what the oil does, it locks it all into your face. And yes, you're gonna go to bed very oily looking. That's fine. Because I'm gonna show you guys what to do in the morning. Take the excess, put it on the back of the hands. Make everything soft. And we locked everything in. Okay, so if you are super struggling with forehead wrinkles, right? The best thing is to sleep on your back, honestly. And I know you guys have seen these before. They look gimmicky. They look kind of ridiculous. There are some that they sell on Amazon, like this one that I got, right? Look, it's sticky. And you can actually rinse this and it will get re-sticky, if you want to say, right? So if you can actually sleep on your back, these things here, right, are amazing. If you put them over, right? So I have let me pick up my towel. Okay, right. So you're sleeping on your back, right? And you want to make sure that your wrinkles stay nice and soft. You can take something like this, right? Of course, when you're laying on your back, it presses up more against it. Comes down here to the side of the eye. This is quite large, right? And then you wake up and your skin is softer. If you don't want to get something like this, because some people toss and turn, and I don't use this very often because I toss and turn so much, and this will come off if you're a side sleeper or you toss and turn. I'll show you another method really quick. Hey guys, it's me, Christina. Look, I know that you guys think that this is total scam. This doesn't work. Like when you watch my video, when I do a Breathe Right strip on my forehead, like to get rid of the wrinkle right here. Do I use it all the time? No. Should I use it all the time? Yes. Did I used to use it all the time? Yes. Did it work? Yes. Like if you guys have a severe wrinkle, look, you guys see I have an 11 between my eyes. If you guys have a severe wrinkle right there between your eyes, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. This is not like I don't know, a sponsored video for Breathe Right strips. It's nothing like that. This stuff actually works to get rid of that stupid wrinkle. Why? Because it has a plastic in the middle of it that stops your face from doing that. You cannot do that. It like prevents. And the sticky adhesive is supposed to go on your skin, so you guys don't have to worry, because I know I originally did one on duct tape. I'll show you a clip really quick.
Okay, so what we're going to
do is we're going to hold the tape in our hand on your fingers. It will stick on your thumbs right here. With your other fingers, go ahead and pull your skin tight. Relax your forehead, pull your skin tight. And we're going to stick this sucker right there. You see? Okay, now let me zoom back out. Now this is not going to stop me from being able to wrinkle my forehead, because it needs reinforcement. So this is what you do, is you take another piece of duct tape, the exact same shape, just like that, and you get a piece of cardboard. We're going to cut out a small piece of cardboard, just like this. Take your duct tape that you have already cut. Yeah, I did that on duct tape. And you guys, the biggest concern was like, oh, but the adhesive from the duct tape is toxic for the skin. So I had to figure out, I had to brainstorm and think of a way to stop this muscle from contracting when you sleep or when you're around the house. You know, I figured it out. Okay, guys, I'm going to post all the information down below about these Breathe Right strips. I'm going to find other Breathe Right strips that I know are, you know, maybe not as expensive as this, because this is a method you could do at home to get rid of that stupid wrinkle between your eyes.
All the craziness that's been going on, I think I've been frowning so much more when I sleep. And so like the indentation right here between my eyes, that wrinkle has gotten so extremely like pronounced that I started doing the double.
2 Breathe Right strips. We're going to open it up and I'm going to show you guys how to put it on your forehead right here to get rid of that wrinkle. So you guys can see, just open it up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to not take off the tape, and you're going to put it right here where that wrinkle is, right smack dab in the middle of that wrinkle, and measure, because obviously I cannot stick it like this. I have stuck it like this before and it will rip off your eyebrows. So we're going to go ahead and get some scissors and we're going to cut it. So we're just going to cut it straight up like this, and then we're going to take the other side and cut it the same way. Now you can see I have this shape. Will it fit? Nope. You guys can see it will take off my corners right there. So I need to make the bottom smaller. So we're just going to cut into it a little bit more. So I have this shape, right? And if I put it right there, it will not touch my eyebrows. So now I'm going to take off the back of it. Check it out. And we're going to put it right down. But I'm just going to pull the skin a little bit tight so that this wrinkle will come up, or it will be flat, and that this tape will adhere in the middle of that wrinkle. Because if I put it on right now, the tape is not going to sink down and get the middle skin right here. So I need to pull it a little flat so it adheres to it. So we're just going to, it's hard to do this without looking in a mirror, but we're going to attempt it anyways. So you guys can see right here. So I'm pulling it and pushing it. And this is super, super sticky. Right? And now if I try to frown, you guys can see, like, it does not allow me to frown, right? Because it's super hard. But some people have issues with wrinkles coming up here. So what you do is you take another one. I'm not even going to have to cut this one because it's not going to touch on any hair. And I'm going to attach it to this one on the bottom like that.
So they're touching. Now check it out. Now I'm going to try to wrinkle my forehead. Look. So it doesn't allow anything. I can even put it up here for this line or these lines over here. Over here, you cannot put it. You know, a lot of people try to put it right here, but it's very uncomfortable. And that plastic, especially if you sleep, will pinch you right here. It does not do it on the forehead. This is only for the forehead. I figured out another way to help with this and these and everything else. I'll show you guys that in another video, in a future video. But this is how you make this one. Now, how do you remove it? Check it out. And look, it is on here like super tight, super, super tight. So when you remove it, you just grab it together like that where they're connected. And it comes off like one piece. You lay it like this. You take one of the corners and you lay it on something like this, making sure that it doesn't touch anything. Or just lay it flat like that, but you don't want it to fly away. So you just attach it to a piece of paper and then lay it flat like this, or have it standing up like this, because you don't want it to touch anything, so the adhesive stays on, because you can use this for 2 to 3 days or 2 to 3 nights. But this will honestly take away this wrinkle. See? It goes right back on and it's super, super tight. So I'm getting ready and I thought I would turn on the camera and show you what my skin looks like. So you can see like the whiteness that it leaves behind. It's not whiteness. It's actually, I think, like, you know, when you immerse your hands or your skin in like water when you're in a pool, and how it gets really, really soft. That's kind of what it does. And then this will dry up in a few seconds. You can see this. So it's really, really like moist. But it really helps with that wrinkle right here. You guys can see in the light how the light glistens off of it. I'm going to give it a few minutes and come back in and show you guys what it looks like. So it's been 8 minutes later, and you see how it kind of like not the swelling, but how it goes down, and you still don't see the wrinkle like super, super embedded like it was. I need to put some foundation on and get my butt to work, but I did want to turn on the camera and show you guys what it looks like. Looks good, right? This is when my makeup is complete, what it looks like. You guys can see. Can't even tell I slept with tape on my, or a breathe right strip on my forehead, can you? Look at that. Looks good. I'm telling you, this sucker was super deep yesterday and all this week because of all this coronavirus stuff and all this stress people are going through. I think at night I'm just sleeping and frowning. But look at that. You get the light to glisten off of it. Pretty darn good. So I just wanted to turn on the camera and show you guys. This is many, many hours later. And just look at my wrinkle. Not nearly as bad as it's been. I'm going to show you some video of how bad it's been. And you guys, I think, are going to be able to appreciate how it looks now and how much it will help your wrinkle in the future. So I know you guys saw that video, and that's what I'm talking about. This method actually works really, really well. And I know there's been some people saying, oh, it doesn't work. The wrinkle comes back 100%. It doesn't do anything. It does. And that's proof right there. This also can be used for the neck. If you have a lot of neck wrinkles and you can sleep on your back, this will be awesome for your neck. Putting it on top of all the products, all the serums and stuff will actually just lock that moisture in all night so that it's not rubbing off anywhere and it's staying like under something that makes it stay moist, if that makes sense. So like, you know, just think of a piece of paper that's wet, right? If you just leave it there, it's going to dry out. It's kind of like your skin. But if you have a piece of paper and that's wet, and then you put something on top of that, some plastic, that piece of paper is going to stay wet. It's kind of like your skin, right? And the method that goes between your eyes with the Breathe Right strip, that is 100% proof. That will drastically take this wrinkle down overnight, no joke. But these are for sure methods that will keep you from getting any crow's feet, like any like diminishing the lines up here on your forehead, keeping everything youthful and hydrated. And the skin routine that I was showing you, I know it's a lot of steps, but when you get used to it, it's like boom, 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 boom. It also helps with wrinkles everywhere. As you can tell, I am a side sleeper, so I have a boob wrinkle, but I know that if I wouldn't be doing these steps, I would have much more embedded wrinkles. Okay, so I'm awake. The most important part of everything we've talked about was not only being in the shower, don't open the shower, put your products on. The second most important, actually, I would say this is the first, that's the second. The first most important part is you never wash your face in the morning. And I know you guys are like, you freaking crazy. But if you think about it, we really cleaned our skin last night. We had a clean bed sheet. We produced a little bit of oils during the night, but that's fine. All we need to do is just wipe off the excess with some lukewarm water. And trust me, I mean, we're not talking like wipe. We're talking gently, just wipe a little bit of water on the face, pat it dry. Let me do that real quick. And I'm also gonna show you guys how to work on those compression wrinkles if you get them like what I have when I woke up. So you see, I just have wet hands and I'm just rubbing. I can feel the oil on my hands, right? I'm rubbing in the parts that I feel there's excess oil. That would be my T-zone. And that's it. Dry your face. Now we're just gonna wait a few seconds and you're gonna see, look, I still have grip to my face, right? Meaning, and I'm barely, as you can see, I'm barely touching. Like, okay, this is like, look, this is completely dry, right? So my finger just glides, and then here, it doesn't glide that easy because I still have products on my face, right? And it's drying, but I still have a little bit of the product. Okay, we remember this bad boy that broke? Well, I have another one. Yes, I do, because this is an amazing cleaner. Amazing cleaner, but I also use it to work in my products. When I say that, let me show you real quick. And I like that it has this little stand it stands up on, though I'm dropping it. Now this is just an extra step that I use with the vibration on the skin to make sure that everything's flowing good. My skin's not having any issues or wanting to create any more wrinkles. And typically, like my skin now feels, look, so I still have a little grip, right? But you can see it's a little drier. So as soon as you rinse off the face, you want to boom, 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 these steps that I'm going to show you guys, because you really don't want your skin to totally dry. Even though it's drying, and right now I can feel that it's like 98% dry, I still feel like I have some moisture to my skin because I didn't strip it of all those products. I did not strip it of all its natural oils. So here's Kate Somerville. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plump these areas right here. These areas, this area, the parts that, actually I'm going to put this all over the face, but I'm going to really focus a lot on those areas that where I compressed my face when I slept. This is a Kate Somerville. This is a plumping serum. This is a Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior 2-in-1 plumping moisturizer plus serum. Now you can just use this, but I really want to work those areas with some product. So remember, we just kind of rub it and emulsify it in the hands, making sure that everything comes together like it's supposed to be. It's nice and mixed. A lot of people will take the product, just plop it on their face. No, you really want to emulsify it and mix those ingredients together. Okay, so we have that all over the face. Take a little more right here. Don't forget your neck. Boob wrinkle. Back of the hands. Okay, eye serum. This is by Symbiosis, right? Symbiosis. It has hyaluronic acid plus polulian. I'm going to take some because we never want to forget the eyes. Put it on the back of the hand. And then we're going to use this on our actual eyes. Now, hyaluronic acid, if you have any humidity where you live, putting hyaluronic acid on your face, your skin is going to love you forever. And I'll tell you why. Because hyaluronic acid holds 100 times its weight. Meaning, if you are, example, I guess you could say, if you have humidity in the air, say you live in Florida, you live in Texas, you live in a state where they have a lot of humidity, the hyaluronic acid almost pulls the water out of the air and it puts it into your skin. And that is what we want. So It is a little humid today in Vegas, a little bit, because we've been having off and on showers. So your eyes will love you for that. Okay, remember that's an eye serum, smaller molecule because it goes around the eyes. I'm gonna go and use a serum now that has hyaluronic acid. This is by Envisha. I think I got this on Amazon. It just says hyaluronic, right? That's all it says. That's all it is, right? So what we're gonna do with that, now you could put this all over your face if you wanted to, but since I already have a plumping serum on my face, I'm just gonna, and you see how it is? Look, it looks kind of like, it looks like sticky almost. I'm gonna take this, yeah, see your hand's gonna look, one hand's always gonna look more pretty because I put most of my products on my left hand. Anyways, we're gonna work it on those wrinkles. If you have really deep wrinkles, work an extra product on those wrinkles. And then these lines right here get worse because I compress. Now, last step, we're gonna take a moisturizer. I can either use Kate Somerville Goat Milk. This is a moisturizing, this is a conditioning and restoring moisturizer. But today I think I'm gonna use the Tatcha, the water cream. This is a replenishing and anti-aging, pore perfecting Japanese wild rose. That sounds really cool. Now, you're wondering probably like, where's the PMD coming in? This thing. It's gonna come in right now. So we're gonna put this moisturizer on top. This feels like a nice moisturizer. Okay, but before it dries down, we're gonna get this. This is the cleaning bristles right here. We're gonna get the back of it. Turn it on. You're gonna hold it onto the areas that have those wrinkles, those compression wrinkles, or just really deep wrinkles. Now, normally I would be sliding this around, but I know that the moisturizer is already drying up a little bit more. So I'm just gonna bring more blood flow. And you can see, look how my eye shakes. So even though it's not right on my eye, you can still see vibration coming. When I say that right there, you see how my eye is shaking? So the blood flow is actually coming all throughout that part of your face. This is a great way if you have wrinkles on your eyes as well. I'm just gonna hold it. Like I said, normally I would be slip and sliding all over while that moisturizer is wet, but it's not really wet anymore. Now, we do not put an oil because you do not want to burn. I actually will wear a sunscreen on top of my makeup, a spray sunscreen, to make sure that my skin is nice and protected. Okay, so I figured I would get ready for the day and show you guys actually how I apply my sunscreen on top of my makeup. If you guys don't want to see me get ready, putting on new makeup, I'm going to try out some new makeup. Just go ahead and jump on over to the end of the video where I finish up putting the sunscreen on my face and give you guys my final thoughts and opinions on this entire video. Okay, let's get started. So you need to keep in mind when you're using makeup and you're really trying to fight wrinkles, you'd want to do anti-aging, moisturizing. Those are the main things you want to think. So here I'm going to use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, but this is the anti-aging eyeshadow primer potion. And the difference from this and their regular primer potions is that this one actually has a bit of hydration to it. Unlike the traditional ones, which I do love the traditional ones. The traditional ones dry down, leaving the skin super matte and super in place, right? This one dries down and it stays in place, but it has a little bit of a cush to it. So it doesn't dry up your eye lids too much. Now, I honestly would recommend using this every day unless you're gonna go like out to the gym, you know, you're gonna be sweating a lot, you're gonna be in a humid environment, then I would totally recommend using the other eyeshadow primer potions, the original, the one that's called Eden. There's other formulas. The reason I would recommend those is because those, regardless if it's, regardless of the weather, and regardless if you're overproducing oils, your eyeshadow will not budge. So this is a go-to for me. This has been for
I don't know how many years, I can't even count. But see, it's already down and it's not too dry. It actually has just a pinch of like a lotion feel to it. But what I do to get rid of that lotion feel is I will take my eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the Violet Voss Sun-Kissed Summer. And I will take a nude color, maybe like this, or just some powder. That one looks a little bit too yellow for me to set my eyes. So I'm just going to go to powder here, just a basic powder. This is Stay Matte Powder by Rimmel. Basic powder. Just going to get a brush, put it on the brush, and we're going to set this down so that when we put our eyeshadows down, that everything glides and it doesn't adhere more in one spot to the other. So I totally 1000% would recommend using the anti-aging eyeshadow primer if you are my age or if you suffer from wrinkles. It's all preventative and trying to work out the wrinkles that we already have. These are the colors. Looks like we have more yellows and golds, pinks, and burgundies. So I'm gonna boom, 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 and then move on over to the next step. I was actually kind of impressed with how these perform, these eyeshadows, and I'm going to swatch all of them for you guys at the end of the video. But this is what the eyeshadow looks like. This is what the eyeshadow looks like. I was actually pretty impressed. So, okay, now, I don't know about you guys, but I can't live without my winged eyeliner. Regardless if I have the hooded eyes or not. When I say hooded eyes, you can see like how my skin folds down, and it's really hard to get a straight, beautiful wing without it making it look like a U or like your eyes are dragging. So I came up with this technique. And I also think that if you wear eyeliner in general, that you should try this technique because it's going to put less pressure on your eye area. This is just Bobbi Brown. This is the vitamin enriched face base. I will take a little bit of this and put it under my eye area right here. So I'm putting it under my eye area, not only like making sure that everything's nice and hydrated, but what I use to do my wing is tape. If you don't use tape, this is still a good product to put under the eye before putting on your makeup and stuff, just to reassure that your under eye area is super hydrated. So actually, when you actually bring in foundation, it doesn't look crusty or it doesn't emphasize your under eye lines as much. This Bobbi Brown one is amazing. This is how I do my, and you know, one of the, also, so tongue tied today. One of the reasons that I also use that under the eye is because it leaves it so extremely moisturized that when I put the tape on, I'm not really pulling on the skin too much. Remember, this is very delicate. We don't pull on it. We might slap it when we put serums and stuff on it to bring some blood flow. We might slap it flat, but I'm not tugging on it. That's a big difference. So anyways, I just have an angled brush and a fluffy brush here. I mostly use the angled brush. I will go with a black eyeshadow or a brown eyeshadow. I'm gonna look straight. This is how I personally do my liner. If you don't do the eyeliner wing, you can always just use an eyeshadow and pat it on as you're gonna see me do. The reason is because we don't want to, you know, you ever seen girls that have to pull their eye like this to put their eyeliner on? You don't want to do that. You're putting a lot of tugging on the skin. You're putting a lot of pressure on the eye, and eventually the skin is going to lose its elasticity. We don't want that. We want the eye area, especially the eye area, because that's the first thing people look at are your eyes, you know, when you're having a conversation. And your eyes give your age away, gives your health away. It tells you if you're tired or you're not tired. Anyway, so I dipped my angled brush into some black liner, and this is what I do personally. I look straight, right? And I can't do it looking at you guys, so I have to pull my mirror here. But I'll look straight into my mirror and find where it, focus camera, find where it least creases. So even if I have to bring it out like I'm gonna do this, and it's not creased away out here. So I'm just gonna stamp that right there. And that is gonna be the mark. It's like the stamp, the indication where this liner is going to go, just like that. Then I have the tape on the back of my hands, so I'm going to peel it off. The reason I put 2 pieces of tape on the back of my hands is because it takes off some of the adhesive. When you remove some of the adhesive, it removes the stickiness of it, so it's really not adhered to your eye super duper, and so you're not tugging when you pull it off. So I'll take this piece of tape and put it right under the guide right there. So I'm gonna re-dip my angle brush into that black eyeliner, and this is all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go straight down like this, and then I'm gonna draw right on top of the tape. You see, and then I'm pushing into the lashes, doing a tight line right there. You can actually stop right here if you didn't want to bring it all the way through, but I'm going to bring it all the way through and show you guys how to not tug on the eye. So I wasn't pulling out my skin when I put the eyeliner on. I wasn't going outward. I was going inward and softly, because I really don't want the skin to be pulling out off of my face, if that makes any sense. Okay, then what you do is you have your angled brush and you just kind of stamp it on like this. You see, I'm literally just pushing into the lashes, and you get a very, very tight line. As long as you're using a very pigmented black or brown, whatever color you use for your eyes, for your eyeliner, that will be fine. So there is my wing. It's not going to be huge, but it is perfect, right? And then I take it on the bottom. This is just me. This is completely optional. And I kind of tight line the very edge to bring it all together. Just like that. Now watch what happens when I actually remove it. You're going to see how it does not tug on my skin very much. So look, here we go. Focus camera before I do this. There we go. Look at this. You see? My skin's not even really lifting. It's just coming right off. Boom. I put the least amount of tension on my eye area. And my wing looks freaking awesome. Okay, so I'm looking at my eyeliner, right? And I'm like, it looks good, but I can make it look better, because I don't like the fact that it's making this tiny little U right there. The little U can actually make your eye look like it's dragging down. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip back into that the black eyeshadow, right? And I'm gonna look forward to make it the most exaggerated U I can make it. And then I'm gonna go right on top of that fold and just kind of make it a little higher up. As you can see, by doing that, I don't have as drastic as a U. I know it seems like a very tiny step, or like it really doesn't make that big of a difference, but when you have hooded eyes, it actually makes a big difference whether you do this or not. And occasionally it can give you a little bit of a bat wing, but you can just go and just soften it out since it is eyeshadow. There you go. You see how it's more straight now? When I look forward. Boom. Okay, now I'm going to curl my lashes proof. And I know this might be irrelevant to putting on makeup, but I just wanted to tell you guys I found the best eyelash curler ever. If you suffer with eyelashes that go straight down or just are like the most difficult to curl, I would totally recommend going to Ulta. This is by Ulta Beauty. If you can see, there's a huge difference from a traditional eyelash curler and this one. And the biggest difference is this. You see how this is like more flat and this is more curved? I know it doesn't look like that on, okay, so how should I explain this? So this one here has more of an angle that goes outward and then up. And this one goes straight up, meaning that I can actually get into every single lash at the very base. A lot of times when I go in with like a traditional one like this, you can't get into every single lash. It's further away in the center. It's close on the edges. But this one is so amazing that, let's just say I missed a spot in the inner. I could actually just push it like this and it's gonna get that inner as well. This being flat, this design of there's not much of a curve and it goes straight up, is amazing. I mean, I know you guys can see my tiny little lashes that I'm curling, and you do kind of want to bounce and then hold. Look at this, how my lashes are up. I mean, they never do that normally. They never get every single lash that goes up. This is an amazing product. Okay, so we're gonna try this. This is Total Control Pro Drop Foundation by NYX. This is a lot of times what like makeup artists will go to, because this is like pure pigmentation in a bottle, right? I tried this, I mean, I can't even count how many years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. This sucker has been around forever. I have the color Natural, so we're gonna go ahead and try this. I'm gonna go wet this new beauty blender by BDB. It's called the $1 Billion Beauty Blender. It's a vegan and charcoal infused. So let's go ahead and just open this up and check it out. Regular beauty blender. Let's go ahead and wet it. Okay, so I have the drops here, but you can, I don't know if you can tell, look at this, how it has already separated, and I just bought these. So a lot of times, I don't know if you guys know this, when you get a foundation, you always should shake it up, you know? I know you're like, I use it all the time, but no, a lot of times the formula will start to separate, and you don't want to put like more oil on your skin than necessary, and so a lot of times the oil or the water or whatever's in the foundation will separate from the heavy base of it. So that's why we are shaking this up. And you can see when you shake it up, boom, it's like perfect. One reason that I do prefer using a beauty blender is because you're gonna bounce on your face. And even though you're like, well, that's no big deal, I use it all the time, but the bouncing actually promotes blood flow. I know a lot of people don't put one and one together like that, but versus a brush where you're just smearing lines and blending it that way, the beauty blender actually puts pressure on the skin. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this color. I haven't used this, I don't, like I said, in forever, so I don't even know if this is my color. Wow, okay, so the initial one that came out was very thick because I think it was squeezed prior, but it's supposed to be drops like this. There we go. So it looks like somebody squeezed the tip and got the thick in the little dropper. So you're only supposed to use a very little amount. You can either put it on your blender or just directly on the skin. I'm just gonna put it on the blender. I'm gonna mix that thicker chunk in there. Let's see. So bounce like that. Don't bounce like this, you know, where it's like hardly anything. Actually, like push it, you know. You can see how much pressure I'm using. Snap. Talk about like full coverage. See if I can kind of diffuse this a little bit. Yeah, I can diffuse it. It's summertime. I don't want super full coverage. Okay, so I'm gonna just get some loose setting powder. This is by Laura Mercier. I'm gonna take a flat powder brush, right? And I'm just going to get a little bit on the brush, right? So we got some here. I'm gonna use the top. I always use the top. I would recommend everybody using their top to smush down or get off any excess powder. Now, I heard this trick online, which I don't know if this is true, but I actually, I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense, right? If you take the powder on your brush and you snap it, and you can see that it stays within the air, that shows you how finely milled it is. Like, it's not dropping to the ground, it's actually going up into the air. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put it right here. Okay, so let me show you. You see how it's up in the air? Okay, and then I'm going to make sure that there's no foundation in my creases, and I'm gonna do very lightly underneath the eye area. Because if we put too much product there, it's going to crease and it's going to make us look older. That's it. Let's go ahead and do the eyebrows. My eyebrows look a little jacked up. This is by Holy Brow. It's an eyebrow powder duo, and it's by La Creme, or The Cream. Go ahead. This got cute packaging. It kind of reminds me of like a kitty, some kids makeup. And yeah, because look, it actually has a bow right there, which is adorable, and I appreciate and I can love. But some people might feel like this is a little too kitty. There we go. Comes with this tiny brush and a spoolie on it, which I can appreciate that. This is perfect for traveling. Let's go ahead and try to use the brush and the spoolie, and the powder is actually very powdery. And just kind of bounce it off on the top. Not the best brush. It's super fat. I don't know if you can tell. It's super fat.
And it's super, super plasticky hard. But the eyeshadow or the powder for the eyebrows is nice, as you can see. So I'm going to use it. I just got this. It's called Stack the Odds. This is by Alley Oops. It's called Sun Kissed. It's a multi-use face stacker. 3 cream shades to play: highlight, blush, and contour. I love stuff like this. Alley Oops also makes brushes that are amazing. You can see that it's like this is a 4-in-1 brush. I love the fact that this company tries to bring everything together to make it like as convenient as possible. Let's go ahead and just open it up and see what it looks like. So this is actually really cute. This is really, really cute. You can see it has this, slides to the contour, and that looks like the perfect color. Wow, look at that. That is adorable. Imagine traveling, it's like boom, 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 done. You don't have to take all this stuff with you. So let's go ahead and start. And I think I'm actually gonna use the brush, the Alley Oops brush, to apply this. So this is the cream contour. Let's go ahead and just see what we think. That's gorgeous. Wow. Did you see how that just went on? Like butter? Look at that. That is freaking gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It works so good with this brush. Most people have to get a beauty blender when they use a cream, and this is just going on so natural looking. This is ridiculous, like ridiculously good. Wow. Bring it under the chin. Like, I'm actually super impressed. Down the neck on the sides. Now I'm not going to put it in my nose because I don't put any cream in my nose. My nose gets slippery and it just, nothing will stay on. Let's go ahead and go to the blush. We're going to use the Bouncy for the blush. Wow. Let's go ahead and use a beauty blender because I know a lot of you guys probably don't have the Alley Oops 4-in-1 brush. So let's see how it does with the, actually, let me blend this out with the beauty blender. We'll just go with the clean side and bounce it on there. So let's see how it does with the beauty blender because this is typically how you would put your creams on. Wow. I think I did a little too much on that cheek, but that's all right. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. This one I think I have to kind of blend into the skin a little bit more. So pretty. So pretty. And the last color would be the highlight color. Let me just touch this really quick. Okay, so this is going to be like it's going to make your skin look extremely, extremely natural in the way that it goes on. So I'm going to take this because this is, when I say extremely natural, if you are one of those girls that would just want to look like you have a natural glow to your skin, nobody knows that you're wearing makeup, well, bam. Can you see the shine? Can you actually see the shine? So here it is again. I'm gonna put some more. See how just like glisten. Oh my gosh, that's just so pretty. Okay, if you guys don't know, when you use cream contours, cream blushes, actually I'm gonna say mostly when you use creams in general on your face, it makes your skin look more dewy. It gives you more youthful looking skin, and that is what we want. I'm not saying that you can't achieve the look with powders, which you totally can. You just need to put some highlighters certain places. You need to make you just need to work a little bit harder to make your skin look dewier. But when you use creams, it just pulls everything together, making you look like you are just like you have that natural glow to your skin. And look at this. The skin looks so freaking good.
Let's try this Charlotte Tilbury. Got mini Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution long lasting wear lipstick in the color Pillow Talk 2 medium. So let's go ahead and just open this up and try it on. It's almost like a satin finish. I'm just going to deepen it a little bit darker with the lip liner that is no longer available. This is by Jordana. These were my favorite lip liners. Got a little bit more brown. This is called Coco Loco. You can find it. I don't think you can. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to do my hair, come back and show you exactly how I put the sunscreen on top of my makeup. Okay, I am back and I am ready for the day. I'm going to also do the swatches, but I'm going to show you really quick how I set my face. So this is by Supergoop. This is made in the United States. Actually, technically it's made in San Antonio, Texas, which is good. Hey, we're supporting jobs in the US. I'm all about that. So anyways, this is Supergoop. It's a resetting, refreshing mist. It says Shake Me. This is 40 SPF with PA+++. I've talked about this before on my channel. Anytime you get a sunscreen that has even 1+, it's a good sunscreen. I think we go up to 4 or 5 pluses in the United States. It says 3 pluses. That means it is the top notch of sunscreens. It's the best quality sunscreen you can buy. This is you have to shake it up. You can hear the balls in it, and then you just set your makeup, right? Now, I don't like to set my on top of my lashes. I don't like anything to touch my lashes because they will fall. So sometimes I actually get these little goggles like this and I will just set my skin. Now, I will be completely transparent. It is not the best sprayer, right? And you kind of don't want to get it into your hair, which I got it into my hair. It just kind of, as you can see, it gives your hair a little bit of texture. So my hair was just nice and clean, but now you see it has more texture, which is fine. But if you don't want texture in your hair, make sure to wear a headband or something like that. I mean, look at how much texture it actually gave to my hair. The eye area is so important, right? So super important. So what I'll do is I will take it on a clean part of the blender and I will spray this blender down. It simplifies putting sunscreen on top. I don't want to put any sunscreen underneath my makeup because I already have enough products on my skin and I don't want my makeup sliding around or wearing off. So I'll spray it on the blender like this. You can actually see where I sprayed it, and then I will go under the eye area and set it like this. And what this is doing is taking away any powder, but it's also adding that sunscreen protection. Now you can technically go on top of the shadows like this, which is a good thing as well. Just don't be pushing too hard. We're just tapping a little sunscreen on the eyelids because we don't want any sun damage. Sun damage is the #1 cause for you losing your elasticity. #1 cause for you getting age spots. #1 cause for you getting those wrinkles. Now, besides going through menopause, I don't know if you guys are perimenopausal, menopausal, or not even in that stage yet. But when you hit menopause, you lose, I mean, I can't even check, I forgot the number. It's a high freaking number of your collagen in your skin. Collagen is the glue that holds your skin firm. It holds it together. It stops it from getting jiggly, okay? So if you are my age or older, I would highly, highly recommend every single day using sunscreen, because not only are our bodies changing, our bodies are losing the collagen as we get older, and we want to do the best to keep our skin as youthful looking as possible. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just do the swatches really quick from this Violet Voss Sunkissed Summer, and we're just going to swatch super quick. Now, I will say that I was pretty darn impressed with the color pigmentation for this Violet Voss. I mean, look at that. They went on smoothly. I had no issues. They blended out great. Wow. I'm trying to rub it off on this towel that I swatted the fly with. And you can see it already stained. Wow, it has some massive staining qualities. Okay, so just remember, if you actually wear an eyeshadow primer like I discussed earlier in the video, it will actually stop that stain a lot of times because you're putting a base on top of it. So here we go with this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color pigment. I think this is a great palette. So I will post all, I'm gonna just wipe it off with these exfoliating wipes. These are charcoal wipes by Black. They're cleanse and exfoliate. Anyways, as I was saying, I will post links down below in the comment section and the description box to all of this good stuff that I used. Honestly, guys, I'm not exaggerating. Like, if you really want to stop wrinkles in their track or try to prolong your skin being youthful for as long as you want, these tricks on how to clean your skin, how to put the serums on, what to do, and you know what? You don't even need to use as many products as I use. I use a lot of different products for different reasons, because during the summer I get sunspots or I get darkness on my mustache area. You know, I get you can see like these little marks on my skin and stuff, you know, so I use certain things for certain times of the year. You can just get mostly an eye serum, let me repeat that. A good gentle cleanser and a heavy duty cleanser, depending on if you're wearing makeup or not that day. Then you got an eye serum, you got a serum for the face, and a moisturizer and an oil. Yes, those are the basics. And please, like, I hope you hear this the most. Don't wash your face in the morning if you have already done all those steps and cleansed it super well. Please, like, you do not want to strip your skin to being so dry that all of these wrinkles are so exaggerated and they're so deep on your skin that, you know, you don't want to get to the point of not being able to come back with your skin. So that's why I'm trying to give you guys these tips on how to have good, clean, healthy, young looking skin. I am 45 years old. I am very close to my camera. As you guys can see, yes, I do have little lines, tiny little lines, as most people do under their eyes. And I have little lines in my lips, get little wrinkles right there. But you can see with maintaining them, they're not exaggerated. I don't have these crow's feet. Now, do I go get Botox? Do I go get fillers? Do I go get all these plastic surgeries or work? Honestly, I am completely transparent with you guys. I tried Botox twice. Botox did not work on me. If you guys haven't seen that video, I will post it down below. Now, I went back and they gave me Dysport, which was better, but I still was able to contract my skin. So I'm not going that route anymore. I did it twice in my lifetime. I will not do it. I'm not going to do it anymore because it is just like really heavy on my bank account and I'm still paying for it today. So you guys can see I have wrinkles. They are obvious. They are there, but they are softened, a lot more softened for someone that typically does not take care of their skin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you have a blessed, wonderful day. Love yourself. I love you guys. We super appreciate you guys. I love you. God loves you. Do the best you can be. Be the best you can be. I hope that you guys take these little tips and don't think that I'm telling you have to do this. This is what's going to make you beautiful. These are just suggestions for you to feel more comfortable if you're uncomfortable with your lines and wrinkles. And you know what? God created each one of us individual, different, unique, and beautiful. So you are beautiful regardless if you do this or not. And I hope you take that to heart and understand that I'm not telling you to change yourself, but I'm just giving you a tip and advice on if you want to soften anything on your face and look just a little bit more soft. Not saying that you don't look soft. I love you. I hope you love yourself. And I hope you guys can take this video and really get something out of it. I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye. Oh, let's go ahead and just roll on over to the quote of the day. Bye.